know if you can see me or not. This pole is like all over my grill. But this was kind of semi-requested from a YouTube user whose name is FLAVINGER? I don't know. I'll post it in the tags or something. But anyway, so she had asked a question on a JustForKix technique video, and the video is on how to do something they call a fish flop. At my school, those things are called over-the-shoulder rolls or back rolls. At my school, they kind of like do a split type thing in the middle of it before they come over, or before they completely land on the other side. And in the JustForKix video, they just kind of rolled over, so I guess that's probably why it's different. But anyway, so the question was about arm placement. I'm gonna kind of go over everything because in the JustForKix video they didn't really go over it. You know, they just were kind of like do this, go. But but I'll start with arms. This pole is just gonna be chilling here. I don't have the best practice space, as you may be able to see. This is my basement. So when you start, you need to decide which leg you're going to be pushing off from. I push off from my left leg because it's more comfortable to put my right leg over first. I don't know why, everyone has a side that they prefer, and I prefer, for this particular movement, pushing off from my left. It just feels easier for me. But if you find that you prefer pushing off from your right, then just switch everything that I'm saying. But since I'm pushing off from my left, this is how my arms are going to be. So the opposite arm from the leg that you're pushing off with is going to be the one that straightens, because the goal is to create a space where your body can roll over without having to roll over your head. So we're going to create that space by extending an arm and bending your neck the opposite way. So pushing off from the left, extend the right arm like so. And then with your head, you're going to bend your neck towards the side of the leg you're pushing off from. So if I'm pushing off from my left, my neck bends to the left. The arm that is on the side of your head is just kind of going to chill until you get to the other side, and then when you get over, it's going to provide support. It's going to go over like that, and it's going to allow you to control your landing a little better. So I'll demonstrate once, just watch the arms, and then I'll go over the legs and everything. Like so. And with your head, when you're going over, it's kind of up to you when you want to bring your head forward again, like when you're in the midst of going over, you know, it's up to you when you want to bring your head back under, I guess. I don't know how I would word that exactly, but I think you know what I mean, because I don't really know anything to say about that, so it's like, all of this stuff I taught myself. So that's another thing. If you're watching this and you're really good and you're like, what is she doing? That's terrible. Please comment and tell me what I'm doing that's terrible, because I don't take studio lessons. All I've had is a Dance 1 course at school, and even then we didn't get any one-on-one time. But anyway, okay, so legs. The way that they did it in the advanced dance class was they push off and then they bring their legs together straight, and then when they get over the leg that did not push off, so for me it'd be my right leg, that leg goes behind their head and it kind of touches the ground to provide them a controlled landing, and then the leg that pushed off straightens into a split in the middle of the roll. So this leg goes over, hits the ground, this one straightens, and you kind of elongate this, like you try to think of this leg drawing out the movement, making it look slower. And when you land, finally, you're going to slide a little bit. When this leg touches the ground and this leg comes back, you're going to end up sliding back a little bit. That's what it's supposed to do. And you may find that you slide to the side a little bit when you first start doing them. That's pretty normal. Some people do it on purpose, I think. But I try to work at keeping mine straight. But, so with the legs, there's on the legs this time. Like that. And my legs aren't terribly flexible to the back, so I guess with you, arms. Pick a leg to push off from. Opposite arm from the leg you're pushing off from is straight. Neck is bent, opposite to the straight arm. And then this arm provides support. When you go back, it goes like that. And your head kind of goes under your arm, if that makes any sense at all. I find it's easier to learn it by doing it. Like, if I watch a video, at first I'm kind of like, oh, that kind of makes sense, and then I do it, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. But, okay, and then legs, one leg to push off. This leg controls your landing. Make sure you keep them straight. By the way, I just now perfected this like an hour ago. Before, my landing was terrible. Like, before, I'll show you what I did before. I would bend my knee instead of sliding back. I don't know why I did this, I guess because I guess I didn't trust myself to control my landing, but I would just subconsciously bend my knee. It took me a while to break that habit because I just broke it an hour ago. But, I would end up doing that. And I guess it looks okay. I don't know, I'm sure there's a name for it, but it's not what you're really supposed to do for this particular move. So, but yeah. So that's basically how to do it. But yeah, the main thing, remember when you roll over, first of all, keep your legs straight. Try to keep your legs as straight as possible and point your toes, unless you're doing like a modern type thing where you're all like, and you're trying to do this weird flexed foot thing. But otherwise, point your toes because it makes it look better. Pointed toes make everything look better, just unless you're doing modern, but just for the record. And yeah, with the shoulder and head thing, which was originally what the YouTube user had asked about, just try and think of creating a space for your body. Like, think of your body rolling in between your head and your straight arm. And this arm's just kind of there for support. I guess that's really all I can think of. So, one more time. Ta-da! Okay, I hope that wasn't too terrible. And yeah, if you've had like eons of experience and I'm doing terribly, please tell me, because I don't have a teacher or any way of knowing if I'm terrible. So, yeah. But, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.